3D Beats, Josh, Coldface, Cash Only behind the boards, and we're here to network and chill, where we fire up the award-winning WWE Network, take a look back at a show from this week in wrestling history. Today was technically a Josh pick. He didn't have many options because we decided it was WrestleMania month.
By default.
Yeah. The only WrestleMania to go down this week was WrestleMania 20, March 14th, 2004. Madison Square Garden, New York, New York, big city of dreams.
Where it all begins again.
Where it all begins again.
Yeah, and it really began again, too. That wasn't just a tagline.
That was engraved in my head. I know they got to do stadiums and stuff now, man, but... Like
it's
every 10 years should have been the Garden.
It's
man.
the Garden.
I don't care.
Nah, you gotta sell tickets.
Yeah, I used to be that guy.
Shits for like $5,000 a piece.
Double the price. Triple the price.
I used to be the guy. I remember when WrestleMania 30 got announced and it wasn't in the Garden. I was like, oh, they abandoned the tradition. You know,
it's too much paper, bro.
But then I was like, nah. You know, it needed what it needed, man. It needed that New Orleans stadium, I guess. It needed it. What happened that night? So yeah, I'm down. I'm down with them abandoning tradition.
It starts off as most manias do with America the Beautiful, which again, if you watch the WrestleMania documentary, Vince is just like, it's a better song than the national anthem. That's why we use it.
It's got a little bit more flavor to it.
Yeah. The Harlem Boys Choir doing this one, which is a top 5 America the Beautiful of all time, I think.
You know what's funny? Isn't the Harlem Boys Choir Maul from Joe Budden's podcast? Isn't that what he was in?
Yeah.
Was he on?
He was probably the dude that jumped up on the turnbuckle. Needs some investigative reporting.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's history.
Let's see, 2004.
Because he would have been one of the older dudes probably in the...
Yeah.
Because if he's like 38 now, then...
No, he wouldn't have been in it then.
Nah.
But there looked like there's some early 20s dudes in there, though.
All right, I just see some big kids.
Or maybe he was already... maybe they're big kids.
But, man, it was a cool way to start the show. Then we got the WrestleMania 20 intro. Do the Kofi Kingston. Goosebumps. Like that, just seeing the 20 years of WrestleMania go by. It was just beautiful. And then, they really started engraving the all begins again in our heads for the entire show there. Saw little Shane O'Mac. He was supposed to be the heir apparent before Stephanie started popping out kids.
I have that. Funny because it's like Shane pops up and I'm looking at it like, yo, Vince, you kind of you put this right here in 04, but you kind of shoved him to the side for Triple H and Steph. You know, it should have been Triple H and Steph popping up right there.
Yeah. So, like if it would have been WrestleMania 20, they would have done that a couple years later.
Yeah, it would have been Triple H and Steph just popping up.
Then the first match on the show is John Cena versus The Big Show for the United States title.
What theme song did y'all like better? The Word Life?
Or it depends, man.
I love Word Life.
Word Life went hard.
Word Life is hard for that era, but I feel like the main event Cena needed the My Time Is
Now.
Yeah.
He couldn't have had Word Life. But
My Time Is Now just took him to another level.
Yeah.
But Word Life was Wanksta. My Time Is Now was in the club.
Yeah.
It's the street single. Word Life was the street single. And then, because Wanksta came out before in the club, and it was still popping. That song still hit.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah.
John Cena coming back out in the throwback Patrick Ewing jersey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man.
Man, I love Pat Ewing's shoes, man. The Knicks jersey, hard. Yeah.
Knicks themselves.
Never seen
them. The Patrick Ewings are hard.
They're hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have to have just the right fit
for
them, because they're that blue and orange Knicks colors.
Yeah.
And so, if you...
they come out in special releases, different colors, but it's also one of those shoes, because no major company backs those shoes, right? It's just his own shit, right? I think they're not Reebok or anything.
Weren't they Reeboks?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Say, maybe now they've got some deal.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to say they were Reeboks back.
But they're hard. And Pat Ewing was in Space Jam, so shout out to that.
Yeah.
Is Space Jam 2 coming out? I thought that was supposed to come out.
No, it's in production. I don't think they're going to finish it until... Well, we're in the NBA off season now. Maybe they can finish Space
know,
Jam
right?
too.
Nah, but
It's
now
really going
like-
down right now. Space Jam is really going down right now. They got to cancel the
I've been
season.
seeing that
Right?
mid-season cancellation.
man.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think you can film it no more though, because you can't even have
Putting everything on hold, bro.
And everyone loved Cena in this crowd. It's so weird to see. I think this was
Dude.
no. By
No.
21, people still all loved
It was
him.
22.
It's 22 when
22
people
was the
start
first
turning on him.
WrestleMania where he got turned on. Yeah, this was my Cena. This was my Cena.
We're
right
live
here.
Cena?
Yeah, this was my Cena. I stopped liking Cena in 06.
Why?
I probably
Because
stopped
everybody
liking
was, he was just too forced down your throat or what?
him. Nah,
Forcible entry?
I didn't let him.
It's actually-
I didn't let him get forced down my throat because I already let him down my throat. So that was the problem. The problem was that I already let him down my throat. But then it was some different shit. It was like, yo, I didn't know it was gonna
I
be
didn't agree to this.
I didn't agree to this when I let you.
Where's my safe word?
It's exactly.
I still can't believe they called the album that. We'll get to that next week. Though. That's,
When I let him in, it was different. Then he changed up on me. Then I was like, all right,
Yeah,
I can't do it.
because 2006 Cena wasn't coming out and sitting in the ring and say, "I'm itching to beat him like a penis with an STD."
Yeah, we wasn't getting that, man.
He said that on WrestleMania.
Yeah. See, this was my Cena, man. This was my Cena, Thug Life Cena. So this just brought back memories of me rooting for Cena and wanting to see him win super heavy all up until Mania 21, and then after that, that's when it kind of got different. And then I didn't like him for a few years after that. But yeah, Cena, man, this was the start. This was the start of the.
Yeah, the Rocket.
Yeah,
damn.
this was a match.
What were y'all thinking of Big Show's mustache hair combo?
I always hated that look on Big Show.
I was going to ask about that. Yeah.
He got shaved later that year. So
Yeah, that was weird.
He Big Show, man, never really had any good looks with the hair. Like the baldy was what he should have been doing for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After he cut his hair, like he had the long hair and shit. After he cut that shit, the baldy is what. Cause Big Show always looked weird, man. Then when he started losing his hair and he looked weird.
Yeah, he had
haircut.
real thin hair.
Yeah, he looked goofy.
But then there's just a lot of real estate up there, so yeah.
Got a big head. Hey, has there ever been a Mexican wrestler announcer?
Like
In
on
where?
the main
In WWE?
Yeah.
on the main table, like
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the Mexican.
No, on the Mexican announce table. Like, had they ever used a wrestler?
What's his face?
Jose Cabero was a wrestler, right?
Yeah,
He was a
whatever.
wrestler?
Yeah, he was a wrestler.
From the E? He was from the E?
No.
Nah, but
Oh.
it was before.
Have they've never had one from the E? Like a Mexican
Because
wrestler?
they had the
from-
same announcers since
Yeah,
like,
it's been
my
the
whole
same-
life has been
Really?
the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
They never
I didn't see
changed
it.
it up. Yeah, it's been like the same
You
announcers.
don't even notice that. I don't
Yeah,
even notice that.
You just got Funaki on the.
Yeah, Funaki. I
Yeah,
get
the
that.
Japanese.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't remember this. Big Show retired Hulk Hogan.
Okay. I was gonna bring that up too. I don't remember. I was trying to trace back history. Before that, I remember that the last Hogan appearance was Mr. America. Before that, right? So I don't remember him retiring Mr. America.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
I don't remember that.
missed.
Yeah.
When they said it on commentary, I was just like, "Whoa!" I mean,
Yeah, I was like, did they just make up that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they count the monster truck crash in WCW back
That's
in
what I'm
the
saying.
day?
I don't.
Yeah, that's.
I was
one
like,
of those-
were they talking about some WCW shit? Because I'm great on my history, and I don't recall Big Show.
Yeah, that seems like
retiring
a
Hulk
big
Hogan
thing.
at all.
Like,
Yeah, I'm like, what? Retired Hulk Hogan? But they just made it seem like it was recent though. So
yeah,
But Hogan's last appearance before that was Mr. America in 03. So
yeah, I don't remember it at all, man.
I'm confused. We got to research that one.
Yeah, it'll come up eventually somewhere, I guess. Yo, Big Show had a nice vertical suplex, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know why he didn't
Good
pull that
form.
out more. Yeah,
Always some good form.
yeah, it was a thing of beauty, and then just again too, guy John Cena size, just getting manhandled and vertical suplex like it was nothing. Big Show's a big dude, man. Crowd wasn't ready for the FU kick out.
Yeah.
Again, this was I feel like this had maybe a little bit more false finishes, but it was Mania, you know. But
I think it was done tastefully though, because it showed. Because you didn't want Big Show just to lose off of one automatically when he was dominating the whole match. So I think that was a good extra spice the match needed. And then it gave Cena a chance to be like, damn, if my big move didn't do it, I got to resort to
that like John Cena has one of the best shocked faces in the world. Like, there's just years and years of John Cena being shocked that at moves getting kicked out of or people showing up or, yeah. And then we got the knuckle rings, man.
He couldn't use a chain and he went to the rings.
Yep.
So man, I thought this match was flames. Yeah. I love this match. Again, started Cena's super eyes. Where do y'all rank it?
I got it the big classic.
Oh,
give it a classic, and here's why.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I'm not the guy that's judging matches off of we did this blah blah blah. The match was bigger than the match. It was the moment surrounding it. So I don't know how you can't call it a classic when this was the start of the rocket for John Cena. When you look back at this match, you have to look at it with a classic view because of what this match did. This match catapulted the next 15 years.
I'm not mad at that.
So I got it as a classic.
Damn. I would say slapper. If I'm just looking at it just as the match, it's a slapper.
Yeah, so you can't look at it just.
Yeah, if I'm looking at it in totality, then I guess it
totality
is. I'm not mad at a classic. I'm not mad at a classic. Yeah.
You knew John Cena was a guy that night.
Yeah.
Then we cut backstage. Jonathan Coachman.
Yo, was Coach that dude?
Coach was that dude.
He was that dude?
Yeah.
Yeah? Fuck, I missed that.
Yeah,
I missed that whole era. I missed the Coach era.
The Coach era was dope, man. He was a huge part of storylines.
Fuck.
And, basically if something was happening backstage, Coach was involved.
Now he's on. He back on ESPN, right? He on ESPN, right?
No, he's not doing ESPN anymore. He's just doing like
WWE. The pre-shows.
Doing
pre-show, yeah. I know he announces some
Golden Boy
boxing cards and stuff.
Weak ass.
Why?
Weak ass fucking Renee Young.
No, who's on Raw's commentary now?
It's Brian Saxton.
Oh, it's Saxton, yeah.
Dude with the braids. Phillips.
Yeah, and
nah.
He hasn't been on in like 6 months.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Dio Madden. Brock Lesnar had fought him to the table.
But yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And he said he wanted to become a wrestler so he could get revenge on Brock Lesnar.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so this was how they used to get a lot of people on Mania, was the backstage segments.
Yeah.
Then Coach's role for the night was to find the Undertaker. He wasn't cool with it, but he's like told Bischoff, "Hey, you're the boss." Yeah. Saw very young Johnny Nitro.
Man, we saw Johnny. And this is a moment I forgot about on Mania. Because I remember Johnny Nitro was first starting to make his appearances around this time on Raw, but I forgot that they gave him the Mania. They gave him the Mania
chilling
backstage.
With Bischoff,
yeah, young Johnny Nitro, man. Shout out to Johnny Nitro, GOAT.
Then we cut to one of the greatest backstage segments of all time. Randy Orton telling us the history of the Rock and Sock versus Evolution feud.
Oh shit, yeah.
Bro.
Just the camera angles, Randy breaking it all down.
Just a young...
Like, this was, again, we talked about Cena's coming out moment. I don't think Randy didn't even need to get in the ring for his coming out moment. Just him sitting there in the suit, Ric Flair just giggling and laughing like a little schoolgirl behind him, Batista looking intimidating. Yeah, that's...
What I got out of this was... for specifically Ric Flair to just sit back and not say a word.
Right?
Ric Flair's thing is, I'm going to cut this fire promo. For Ric Flair to not say nothing, just stay there silent and just let Randy handle the whole promo.
And that's a long-ass promo, too.
It wasn't a short promo. It was a long-ass promo. So to see how big they thought of Randy for Rick to not say nothing and Randy just handle the whole promo by himself.
Levels to
epic.
this
The
shit.
storytelling of the promo was crazy. How they went back. The feud started in Madison Square Garden.
Right in that stairwell.
In that stairwell. Because that's where Randy first confronted Mick Foley. And he spit in his face and then punted him down the stairs. So he went back to this place that the whole rivalry started a whole year before. And then just the storytelling right there, just masterful. Randy, man, just as a WrestleMania rookie right here, just
Great
storytelling off the bat in his debut. What can you say? What can you say? He told The Rock and Mick Foley, he said, "You guys are has-beens. It's me now." And you know what? Was he wrong?
He was right. Randy ain't never told us no lie.
Never disappoint.
And next up, we got La Resistance versus Mark Jindrak and Garrison Cade. I forgot about the Garrison part. I remember Lance Cade versus the Dudley Boys versus Booker T and RVD for the World Tag Team Championships. Dudley's had a hard shirt.
Which one was that?
It was the, shoot, I don't even remember. I watched this a while ago. I just remember right the Dudley's had a hard shirt. It said 3D on it. They all do, but this one was extra hard. Those are my favorite tag belts. Those World Tag Team Championships.
Really?
Yeah.
Which one were they?
Really?
They're kind of the classic looking. Again, they're very. It's damn near the same thing from the tag belts from my childhood. So, they had those for a long time. Those are just what I think of when I think the tag belts.
Really?
Yeah.
Those are not my favorite. My favorite are the. My favorite are the penny belts.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, man, I can't fuck with
Wow.
Yeah.
I like the Attitude Era style
I like
belts.
the penny belts.
The ones that they had in the Attitude, the ones they had here. I like those.
I don't like those. Tag belts, I feel like the first time they got a credible design was the penny belts.
That was the first big switch up because it was just always minor variations.
Yeah.
That shit too generic.
Nah, what are you trying to say?
I don't know.
You
Just
don't fuck with the pennies?
not really.
That shit is hard.
Wait, the only penny one are the blue ones, the copper ones. The blue
No,
ones
the
are
very first penny
one.
ones.
They were both copper, or they were copper.
They were.
It was okay. So picture because the raw ones it has the copper.
Yeah, it still has the copper,
okay.
but with the black leather instead of the red.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
And I like both sets of the variations, the remixes.
I like
of
the
them.
blue ones. I like
The blue
SmackDown
ones, yeah, the blue ones and the red ones. I still like those. I like that design. That's a hard design. Shout out to whoever designed those belts.
Shout out to the WWE for selling them separately.
Yeah, that's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put them in a bag.
yeah.
Put 'em in
Come
a
on,
bag.
some tag team.
That is trash. If you only have one tag team,
Right?
belt.
The fuck am I gonna do with this?
I'm the tag team champions.
You know?
Anybody have any thoughts on the actual match?
Yeah. So, La Resistance. I have to speak about them. I always feel like La Resistance is super underrated. I fuck with La Resistance. I don't feel like they don't get brought up. I'm not gonna say enough because they never get brought up. Why didn't La Resistance get brought up? How come they're not in the Hall of Fame?
Dude, wait, who was La Resistance? Who?
Rene Dupree, Sylvain Grenier, and Rob Conway. This version of it was
The only one
Rene
I really
Dupree.
remember is Rene Dupree.
Now, I was a big fan of Rene Dupree, so that's
Yeah, he
I
was
fuck
dope.
with La Resistance,
He was
especially
dope.
when he went solo. I fucked with Rene Dupree. I thought Rene Dupree was about to be. I thought Rene Dupree was the guy when I was a kid. I thought he was gonna be in the main events of Mania right now, and he's still. I don't know why he don't come back, man. He's still young. He's got to be only like 35.
Yeah, because he was like, what,
He was
20?
20 in that match.
Yeah, so,
So
that'd make him like early 30s.
yeah, so he was young as fuck, bro. Come back, Rene. We miss you,
Or
man.
mid-30s, yeah.
So yeah, Rene Dupree. I always hated the RVD Booker T entrance song.
Yeah.
I hated the forcible entry type songs where they they drop the albums and then they remix the songs and they're always weak as fuck.
That album title is terrible.
So yeah,
Wait,
but
that's
Shout out to Booker and RVD.
Wait, so they did the thing.
They
like,
kind of
yeah,
it was a remix.
It was a remix of both of their songs, and then they mushed them together.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even both of their original songs pushed together. It was a remix of both of their songs mushed together.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
It just didn't hit the same, you know.
Yeah, just make a new one. Just make a new one.
My only note on the actual match, it was way too long, man. Like, it dragged. It was aight to me.
It was just there. I mean,
Yeah, it was just some filler. So it was aight. It was aight.
It was there.
Yeah.
You know.
Then we get backstage again. Coach still looking for the Undertaker.
Right. True.
And he hears that there's some mysterious sounds coming from the basement. Little attendant dude's like, yeah, there's some weird shit going on in there. Go check over there. Me and Gene Okerlund and Bobby the Brain Heenan come out the closet. Coach's like, yo, what y'all doing in there? Looks like something serious is going on. They're trying to play it off. Then out pops Mae Young and Fabulous Moolah. They was getting busy and
getting hidden.
Getting
Shout out. What did he say? He was like, she was like, you want to see the puppies? He's like, those things need a leash, or those things need a muzzle. He was like, put a muzzle on those things. That shit was that was hilarious.
That was a fun ass segment.
Yeah, I like
man.
that segment.
The bits, man. They just
Bobby damn near getting his arm stuck in the door, sliding back in. Yeah, that's a Mania moment right there. Something that, you know, was just a minute or two, but people still remember that to this day. Yeah,
I like that.
Next up, Chris Jericho versus Christian. This is one of my favorite storylines ever.
Dude, all right.
Ever.
Talk about this Canadian love triangle.
So, Chris Jericho and Christian are tag teaming. They're running shit. And, you know, as friends sometimes do, they make a gentleman's wager on who can bang what chick first.
Jesus.
So inappropriate.
That was, right? A little bit, huh? God damn.
They put a Canadian dollar on the line.
Yo,
Christian
WWE
was going after Lita.
Was wild.
Chris Jericho was going after Trish. Chris Jericho, though, not a true player, started catching feelings for Trish.
I mean, she is the GOAT.
Yeah.
She is a GOAT.
I can't blame him, man.
Straight up. Like, yeah. I'm not mad
Christian
at
was like, yo, you know, what's up, man? Like, you're losing your focus. This chick's getting you out of your groove. Chris Jericho's like, no, it's different. She's the one. So, Christian, doing what any good friend would do, goes and beats her ass in a random Raw match. And then turns on Chris Jericho. And here we are, WrestleMania 20, Chris Jericho
Fire
versus
build.
Christian.
Fire build.
Yeah.
Yo, the Aegis. This was Ruthless Aggression, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Ruthless aggression
Yo,
at its finest.
Yo,
Yeah, right
like
there
it
in the
was
middle.
crazier. I'm starting to believe you.
Like,
guys.
yeah, now that you see, like,
It's crazier than the Attitude Era. For
we
sure.
haven't even got to the craziest stuff yet.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man, I love me some Ruthless Aggression era because you get the match quality and you get the crazy ass shit.
Yeah, you get both.
Christian's gear was clean, man. Like,
Shout out to Zack Ryder for remixing Christian's gear from this match last year when he won the World Tag Team Champions.
What? Was
Yeah.
that acknowledged?
Yeah, because
Oh,
Christian's his favorite wrestler.
Yeah.
So he wore his trunks with the design of Christian's from this
shit.
match.
That's dope.
Right? That's dope, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to have idols, you know.
Why you won't give Zack Ryder his credit?
It's cool
man?
to show love to like the generation right before you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Like a lot of wrestlers don't do that. Anymore.
Yeah.
They like show love to like the two generations.
Yeah,
before
like
that
nah,
shit.
you can do it to the
nah,
one right
man, this
before.
dude, you was still wrestling with this
Exactly.
or whatever. You know, like
Yeah.
Chris Jericho's hair was in all of its Fozzy rock star glory at
That
this
shit was
time.
beautiful.
Like, this was probably Chris Jericho's best hair
Definitely.
for sure.
the man had some locks.
And I thought it was kind of funny that Jerry Lawler kept talking about how good looking Christian was on commentary.
Yeah.
Because supposedly Vince thought Christian was the ugliest motherfucker in the history of the world.
Yeah.
It was a haircut though, man. Like,
That's-
once he
I
cut
would
his
say-
hair,
I mean, we're
Yeah.
I have a breakdown of Christian's
Christian's hair.
Hey, Christian's
His
hair
looks.
wasn't bad.
No,
No,
not
the
his
wrestler
hair.
at 20.
I have a breakdown of his looks. Period.
What
like
you mean?
his face.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, go
his
on.
face.
Because he kind of grew into himself by WrestleMania 20.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay. So I'll say that because we're gonna cover 18. When I'm watching 18, I'm like, yo, this is an ugly motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like
he kept doing that ugly face.
Yeah, like Vince really wanted to wanted Christian's gimmick to be where they put a blue dot on the screen over his face so you can't see it.
Yeah.
He wasn't that ugly.
Yes, he was.
Back in the
bro.
day, yeah.
Yes, he was. They only didn't do it because it would have been too much to try to. Because the movement.
Hold on.
When you're watching, watch WrestleMania 18.
Like when next week when we do WrestleMania 18, spoiler alert. Like when you watch the Christian match, look at him compared to WrestleMania 20. Like he glowed up.
Yeah,
alright.
Because he kept doing the ugly face, like the ugly face. You'll see it.
Yeah.
And then by 20, I'm like, oh, he's handsome. You know, so it was a switch. I don't know. It was the haircut and facial. He had an ugly facial hair too. He kept doing a face. Yeah, Christian. Yeah,
I didn't. Okay, I didn't even think. That's not even something I thought about. Christian being ugly.
Man, he was ugly when he was younger.
He was out here being ugly.
Yeah, we all have to glow up sometimes.
Yeah,
so.
you know.
All right.
So haircut. A lot of things is just a haircut and facial hair. That's all.
Then, man, this match was the perfect blend of physical, like, I'm going to beat your ass because, you've been coming at my girl wrong, and then you still got all the amazing technical wrestling that you would want from a Chris Jericho Christian match.
Yeah, this is the one that got me. All right, look, because, like, I was watching it, and I was like, okay, this WrestleMania is cool. And then this is the match where I was just like, all right, we here. This is WrestleMania.
Yeah, this is Mania.
Yeah, this is Mania.
The block that Christian did on Jericho's Lion Salt was
Man.
absolutely nasty. Like, just, that didn't look good. But
what I had a question about, the referee of this match was Tim White. That this was 2004. This was after he had his career-ending injury in 2002 in the Hell in a Cell match.
Refs get career-ending injuries?
When Triple H and Chris Jericho's in the Hell in a Cell,
What?
they do. So, I think this is the time he did try to come back for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't, still couldn't ref the same. So, this was during Tim White's comeback. And then he couldn't ref. He was
shit.
Huh.
Yeah, because
So he tried.
They made a whole storyline out of his career-ending injury.
Oh, really?
Because every week he was trying to find a new way to kill himself.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
We had suicide storylines?
Yep.
Oh,
with the ref, because he couldn't ref no more.
Yo,
and then he couldn't even kill himself, right?
That was the whole story, man.
Every week he tried to kill himself, and he kept failing at killing himself.
Yo.
Yeah. Entertainment.
I guess.
But yeah, this match was. I love this match. I feel like this is one of the more underrated matches of all time.
Yeah, whenever I bring up like my underrated matches of all time, this is probably on the top of the list.
I give it a classic.
Man, slow it down, baby.
What?
We still got a lot to go.
I was,
again, Jericho just being pissed off, holding on to the walls of Jericho till they go outside of the ring.
That spot was
that. Again, it showed the technical wrestling, but you still got the I want to hurt this motherfucker.
At the same time, it was it's perfect.
Christian's double arm superplex. That was nasty. Christian's moveset in general doesn't get brought up. That man was nice in the ring.
He's the smoothest.
Yeah.
He's the smoothest. He's got to be top 5 smoothest. If I have to do a smooth list, he's there.
Damn, smooth? Yeah. What you mean? Like transition?
Like just transitions?
Just everything.
Yeah. Like that chain wrestling?
Like, like Randy Orton talks about how Christian was one of the easiest guys to ever get in the ring with.
Because he's one of the only people that can match him on smooth.
Yeah.
Because both of them,
that Randy Orton Christian feud was just smooth.
Smooth shit, man. The whole time it's just smooth.
We're gonna have to get into that.
So it's Randy, Christian, HBK. That's top 3 right there.
That's the top 3.
On top of my head, that's the.
And that's like there's tiers.
Eddie,
yeah.
And then 5th spot, go to somebody.
Yeah, we'll figure out the 5th spot.
Huh.
Then, damn Trish.
Daniel
Trish Stratus. Yeah, I was thinking Daniel Bryan too. Trish Stratus comes out.
True, looking. Woo!
Oh my goodness. Oh. And then. Cash got a little feedback in the headphones.
Shout out to Toronto.
Six Goddess. Yeah, and then comes out. Looks like she accidentally screws Chris Jericho out of the match.
Right?
You know.
Sold it.
She's looking
Played
super
it off.
apologetic. And then she turns on your boy. And starts violently making out with Christian. Like,
dude,
but
you
the
gotta,
shots she was
all right,
taking.
Y'all gotta
Yeah.
understand. Y'all gotta understand. I never seen this WrestleMania, so I seen this.
No.
so that was
Bro, this played out right before
Oh
my
shit!
eyes.
So this is your first time seeing
Dude,
this?
I was like, what the
the
fuck?
shocking, right?
Yeah, I was like, what is going on here? She really did that? Yeah, bro. So it was. I got a live reaction from it, and I was just like, oh shit.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so dope,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, see,
I wish I could
get the-
relive that moment.
I'm privileged to
Yeah.
have not seen some of this stuff. Cause
Yeah, because you
I'm
get
still-
caught up in the storyline.
Yeah, and that was like one of the only times that I could remember this happening as far as like as long as we've been doing Network and Chill. That was like one of the first times where I was just like, what the fuck? Like I just didn't remember. I never seen that. So I was into it to say the least.
This match is a classic.
Yeah.
Classics
Classic.
all around.
Yeah, yeah,
Classics.
yeah. It's a
It has to be
it's
a classic, man.
unanimous classic.
The storyline was because the build up is like 2 years because Christian and Jericho's relationship was, like 2 years old when they first got together. And they won.
It just had
championships
everything,
together.
man.
Yeah,
It just had
and then they
everything.
build up to that.
Yeah, exactly.
The build up
It
was
had
long.
everything. It had the
Everything.
drama and the
Yeah.
storyline. It had the physicality. It had the technical wrestling.
It had a
It-
fucking swerve.
There
Yeah.
was something for everybody.
And then
Yeah.
it continued on after that.
Yeah.
Throughout
did?
2004, yeah.
Oh shit!
It went out
Wait,
through 2004.
so that wasn't the end of the beef?
Nah.
No, that was
Damn.
yeah, they.
because then again, Christian took a girl. Like,
Yeah,
you gotta keep beefing.
You gotta run the fades. You gotta keep running the fade, huh?
But in real nigga rules though, that's the end. Like
That-
you gotta let that
yeah.
shit go.
Yeah.
Jericho,
Yeah.
you lost, bro. Like you
but
gotta,
this the E,
you
though.
gotta
but-
slap it up
but-
and congratulate him
But
after that.
there ain't another pay per view in the streets. So
Right, exactly.
there ain't a Raw the next night.
We selling tickets. Nah, we selling tickets.
Next up, the Rock and Sock Connection versus Evolution. The Rock and Lillian Garcia, man, just their chemistry is just so much fun. She, couldn't keep her eyes off the Rock's package.
The
Can't
People's
really blame
Package.
People's Package.
The
Yeah,
People's Package.
can't really blame her. I ain't mad at her.
The Rock is a beautiful man.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
So, my daughter is doing sign language, right? And so they're basically like a lot of sign language is you actually have to describe people, like, to explain who somebody is, like, and so they put up people like on the board, and you have to use sign language to describe who they like. If you were describing them to somebody that didn't know them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so every time The Rock comes up, her teacher starts doing like sexy. and she's just like, I was like, but The Rock is sexy.
It's The Rock.
She didn't tell him why. And the Randy Orton Mick Foley rivalry, man. Just something. It's one of those rivalries that I don't think gets brought up enough.
Dude.
How legendary it is.
Yeah, and I hear it get brought up more so now, more often.
But even then, they just bring up the backlash.
The
match.
backlash match, yeah.
They don't bring up the whole rivalry.
The whole rivalry, because that was a rivalry that started, another rivalry that started, the whole year before. And they just kept building on it. So, yeah, they need to, I don't know. That was a rivalry, man. The Royal Rumble moment.
Yeah.
Everything about that rivalry. The Rock just came in and he complimented the rivalry
Yeah,
so well.
just gave it another step in
Yeah.
it, and then they went back off and did their one-on-one thing again. Speaking of The Rock, when you gonna do the right thing and give us this Randy Orton Rock WrestleMania match?
Come on.
Come on, do the right thing.
Bro, Eric Rowan retired him, man.
They will not cancel Mania this year due to coronavirus if they have
The Rock
versus Randy at this. Stop everything. He said, "Look, we're gonna." If they say, if Tampa says, "Yo, we gotta cancel Mania," The Rock steps in and says, "I'm fighting Randy Orton."
But we need Randy.
They'll be like, "All right, look, we could maybe, all right, we could do this."
Yeah, The Rock changes shit.
Yeah. We could have testing at the door. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, hey, I never even thought about that. But if we being real, that might be a solution.
All the test kits go straight to Mania.
Test them at the door
Vince,
when they walk
buy
in.
the coronavirus test kits. Take them to Mania.
Yo, it'll take longer to get in, but yo, we gotta.
It's the price of admission.
Yeah. If that's a safe way to do it. How come we won't just do that?
I don't think the turnaround on the test is that quick.
It's
Mania,
2020,
bro. We got the test right there. You can get AIDS test in like 3 minutes, man. Like, fucking, let's go. Bam.
We still got a few more weeks, so hopefully they get that going. A young Randy Orton's athleticism, man. Just, people forget about how athletic a young Randy Orton was. And he had to tone it down, too, because he was... Cause
just too athletic.
Yeah, he was too athletic.
Why you had to tone it down, though? What you mean tone it down?
He switches character, so when the character switches up, you got to kind of switch your
and
style.
also he was getting injured a lot. Like,
oh, he was?
Yeah. Yeah, his first couple of years, he had a lot of injuries.
But he was a young whippersnapper.
Yeah, he was just, he was feeling invincible and stuff. And like, and who was, I think I want to say it was Arn Anderson, was like, yo, you're too good. You don't need to do all that flippy divey shit.
Yeah.
Like,
because he's doing crossbody. His first finisher was a top rope crossbody.
Yeah. And now he don't do that shit at all.
He do it every now and then. He'll do it every
still
now and then.
Still showing that he can do it.
But he do it like once a year.
Yeah. See, I didn't know he was extreme back then.
Yeah, he was. He was just, especially babyface Randy. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I know him for it's like Pretty Boy Floyd and Floyd Money Mayweather.
Yeah.
Floyd Money Mayweather is more technical, hit and not get hit, and that's what Randy do now. He's like subtle, he does the subtle shit that gets you into that. But he can still go off when he wants to. He can still go off when he wants to. And then Floyd Money Mayweather, he was just in the mix. He was just in the pocket, just beating ass. Damn. So there's two sides of Randy.
Yeah, because he wasn't like extreme flippy diving. Like he wasn't doing hurricanradas.
But he was
right.
He was
more extreme though.
Like he was more doing the athletic type shit.
Injuries, doing a crossbody out the ring, right? Yeah.
So he wasn't like hurricanrading or nothing. He wasn't
but he was jumping around more than he had to.
Yeah, but
Does Randy have a book?
No.
He doesn't have a book yet? We need a book.
Yeah. We need a couple.
Yeah,
Randy's life might be too real for a book.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd do.
We get a movie? We get a whole movie?
Man, movie would be real.
Yeah. We could have who would play Randy Orton?
Me.
Besides Randy Orton.
I'll play Randy.
Who would play Randy Orton?
Dude from Michael B. Jordan.
Maybe.
Okay, now
maybe.
Now, you get on me all the time for my disdain for the People's Elbow. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Give it up.
I just don't like it as a finisher. It was just a signature move.
What's wrong with it as a finisher?
Bro.
Like,
it's
look,
electrifying.
bam, come on.
I'm watching it right now.
People's Elbow, right there.
I like it as a signature move. I don't like it as a finisher.
But that's what
you see how
I don't
he
get
throws
why.
it. Like, it's not like a regular elbow drop,
Oh,
bro.
it's elbows from like one of the most. Like
the leverage on it,
every
bro.
week.
Like it really, like yo.
I wanted to give it some praise.
First, you just look how big Rock is.
He goes from rope to rope,
and he kicks momentum.
The way he kicks out his foot,
yeah,
gives you that leverage to make the impact even harder.
He's hitting you hard, and then all the electricity. So all the shit, all this and all that, the elbows, all that. He's gathering electricity from the crowd, right? So the crowd is giving him all this electricity. And so he's not just dropping a regular elbow. He's dropping like an electric ass elbow on
Why
him.
you think whenever Ash Ketchum would catch a Pokemon, bro, he would turn his hat backwards, bro? It's the same thing like throwing the elbow pad out there, bro. You know it's about to go down.
Yeah.
It just makes it that much more powerful, bro. Gives him the edge.
Yeah, it's not just an elbow.
All that to say, I really enjoyed the sequence of Ric Flair trying to do the People's Elbow and then The Rock doing a Ric Flair version of the people elbow. Like, that was a lot of fun, man. And, there's a lot of Walking Tall references. Yeah. Like, I think that's how The Rock agreed to come do the match. Like,
I love that movie, though, man.
Movie.
I love The Rock's version of that movie, man. It was just like, we forgot
that's
about the original.
That's the only version I knew.
Yeah, we forgot about the original. There's original.
Until I found out about it a couple years ago.
That's one of those ones like The Rock's got some movies where I'm like, I'm gonna go back to that and watch that. I'm not talking like fast. I'm talking like during this era when he was still in the ring heavy. He had that one.
The transitional era,
yeah. He had Walking Tall. He had what else did he have? He had another couple. He had some bangers. Yeah, The Rock had some bangers.
The Rundown.
There's the other one.
Yeah, the Rundown was the one.
Hey, Game Plan was lit. Where he lost all that weight.
He has nothing but classics,
dude.
He has nothing but classics. I also want to say, or was it on the Ruthless Aggression Evolution when I forgot who was telling it, but somebody was saying that when The Rock got asked if he wanted to do this match, and then I forgot somebody was like, well, wouldn't he only come back for a big match?
Mick Foley. Yeah.
Mick Foley said, so he said what?
Yeah, and Mick Foley said that before, that he was like, I thought The Rock would only come back for something big, and it's like, The Rock does think this is big.
The Rock was like, yo, this is huge for me.
And, well, Mick Foley took it as, like, The Rock being his tag team partners, that's what he thought was big.
No, The Rock...
The Rock been there, done that.
Yeah.
The matches.
The Rock getting in there with Randy Orton and the young Batista.
And then one of his idols, Ric Flair, you know? That's something he wanted to do.
And this is a theme that I'm always torn on. The match, like...
Feels The Rock versus Ric Flair?
No, if Ric Flair was just in the corner and not a part of the match.
No, like, I think we need Ric Flair in the match.
Cause, I mean, that would have been... I mean, it was already big for Randy Orton Batista.
Yeah.
But if Randy Orton Batista beat Rock and Sock, just 2-on-2?
Yeah.
Because there's always a caveat for the haters out there that it was a handicap match.
Yeah, but Ric Flair added so much. Yeah. Ric Flair added so much that, like, I couldn't imagine that match without the Ric Flair Rock dynamic, because that's a dynamic. Yeah. That's a dream dynamic people always wanted to see. So them two together, that was magic, you know. So so The Rock, it was a big match for The Rock because The Rock cares so much about the future.
Yeah.
Him coming to put the future over, that was big for The Rock. So
the Socko turning into the RKO is an underrated RKO that doesn't get brought up enough. That combo was just smooth.
Nice.
And
it came out of nowhere, too.
Yeah, like the best ones do.
Truly.
Then WWE, you need to network and chill some. Because you were using your legends and part-timers so great back in 2004.
What you mean?
Is, again, everything the legends and the part-timers were there accentuated the young up-and-coming Randy Orton and Batista.
Yeah. They used them to build. You build off of them. Yeah.
They built. Now you just come in here so Stone Cold can drink some beer on TV and Goldberg can win the Universal title. Like,
damn, you're right, huh? Like, it's not like that anymore.
Man, like everything. Rock, Mick Foley, and Ric Flair all made Batista and Randy Orton feel like they should be in the ring.
Yeah.
That they belong in that same ring. They didn't feel out of place.
They didn't.
It felt like 5 Hall of Famers in there already.
Yeah. Because it's funny when you look back at it.
Now obviously with hindsight, it's like, of course Randy Orton and Batista are Hall of Famers. But, you know, again, they were new. They were still brand new at that time. They was brand new in the ring with Ric Flair, Mick Foley, and The Rock. So they were brand new people.
Yeah.
WrestleMania debuts in the ring with 3 other people that already were Hall of Fame careers.
Damn, they don't be doing that no more, huh?
Now it's just, it's like, damn, okay, Randy Batista, like, you know, that's normal now.
It feels cheaper, though. It feels cheaper now because it's like they just come back and squash somebody and bounce or come back and, you know, damn, you're right.
This match is classic, too, man.
Classic. You got to put it classic.
Yeah.
Which Stone Cold is a hater. Steve Austin is a hater because
why?
Mick Foley was so down about this match because, like, Mick Foley doesn't like this match because when he went backstage, he asked Austin, how was it? And Austin was like, the match stunk.
Steve Williams is a fucking hater.
So he told Mick Foley the match stunk. So Mick Foley was like, damn, Mick Foley feels like the match was a good match, but he doesn't feel like he contributed to anything positive in the match.
What the fuck?
He feels like every other person performed good in the match but him.
Damn.
Because Stone Cold told him the match sucked.
Steve Williams, man.
Because Stone Cold said so.
God damn.
Fucking Steve Williams.
So yeah, I agree. It's a classic.
Then we got the Hall of Fame 2004.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Ventura, Sergeant Slaughter. Salute for your service,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you for your service, Sarge.
He follows me on Twitter.
Me too.
Yeah.
Greg the Hammer Valentine, Harley Race, Pete motherfucking Rose, the first celebrity inductee, Tito Santana. Tito Santana gets slept on, man. Tito Santana was nice.
Smooth guy.
Yeah. Billy Graham. Fuck Billy Graham.
Piece of shit.
Don Morocco.
Wait, why do we hate Billy Graham again?
Racist.
Racist. Wants everybody to be on roids. He hates on Kofi a lot for no reason.
Yeah,
I'm not against the juice, though. I'm not.
Yeah,
against
but it's different.
Yeah,
it's
different.
like when he.
Should Kofi be on the juice?
Nah, not if you don't
Exactly.
need to. Yeah, if they
I'm
don't
saying
need
Kofi
to.
on the juice
Yeah,
would be
okay.
weird, bro. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
that'd be
Kofi.
weird.
Yeah, when Kofi won the title last year, he shitted on him and did racist comments
What?
and saying that he
Yeah.
should have.
Billy Graham tried to shut WWF down in the 90s.
Yeah.
Why?
Good. During the steroid trial. He was getting on TV, snitch and dry snitching
what?
like crazy.
But he was saying that. But he wants steroids.
Yeah, not like but he was trying like.
But he's a bitter old hater at that
Yeah.
point.
Oh.
And then him and WWE kissed and made up at this point.
And put him in the hall.
They put him in the hall. They did a whole documentary about him.
Then he sold
And
his-
then he, as soon as he stopped getting a paycheck from him again, started hating again.
and they sold his Hall of Fame ring.
Yeah,
He dirty.
yeah. Fuck Billy Graham.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don Morocco, Bobby the Brain Heenan, one of the voices of my childhood, Big John Studd, and Junkyard Dog.
Yeah.
This was again when the Hall of Fame was still new, so they were getting everybody in. Like they didn't think about, hey, let's stretch this out, like, because there's like 11 people on here now. The Hall of Fame's like 6, 7.
When did? Because wait, Bobby the Brain died, right?
Yeah,
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay.
yeah.
So we were doing
Yeah.
this podcast.
But he was, his health was already starting to go back then. Like you could tell,
Right.
like, because it got after a while, like he couldn't even be on TV because he couldn't really talk anymore.
Shit.
Yeah, it's just sad, man, because especially just that man was nice with the words.
Pete Rose, shout out to him for being in this Hall of Fame, but he should be in other Hall of Fames as well.
Let him in.
Yeah,
Let him in.
yeah.
Greg Valentine's hair at that age. How many Hall of Famers go in with hair that beautiful still? He had all his hair still. Psh, you gotta respect it. And shout out to Big John Studd, man. I don't feel like Big John Studd gets brought up enough. Why doesn't he get brought up enough? He was an integral part in the early WWE years.
Yeah, like,
Royal Rumble winner.
yeah. Big John Studd was just kind of, I don't know, man. Like, I can't tell you a lot of Big John Studd facts.
I like Big John Studd. The classic he had with Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 1.
Again,
the
if
money
you watch,
bag
if you
match.
watch the Andre doc. Andre hated Big John Studd.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was the
I
other
still gotta
big guy.
watch that. Yeah.
Oh man, you gotta watch that. I watched that with my girl, man. She enjoyed it. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
How big was Big John Studd?
like
Big.
6'10".
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Big dude.
Next up,
You think Andre hated Undertaker? Because
nah.
Undertaker
Taker's
was,
6'10", right?
yeah. When Taker came in, he was like the he was the new giant that came
But
in.
Andre was already pretty much done by then.
Nah, he was still wrestling.
Barely. He wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't Andre anymore.
But I heard there might have been some smoke between
Yeah?
Taker and.
What?
Next up,
I'm just making up shit.
wow.
I heard.
Like, who'd I hear from?
Yeah.
Next up, Sable and Tori Wilson versus Miss Jackie and Stacy Keibler in a Playboy evening gown match. Again, we talk about reasons for feuds and rivalries. Miss Jackie and Stacy Keibler were mad that they weren't on Playboy and that Sable and Tori Wilson were.
Reasonable gripe.
So they had to have a Mania match to settle it.
Stacy Keibler was a good barefoot wrestler.
Actually, I had that in my notes.
Bro, we were out here talking about barefoot wrestlers. Stacy Keibler got some moves off when she was barefoot, bro.
Yeah, but she didn't do it consistently.
No?
Yeah,
No?
she didn't always wrestle barefoot. Although she did a lot in those days.
I mean, she did a lot of those type of matches.
Yeah.
So.
I actually, again, we're so used to JR and Keen on commentary on matches like this. Michael Cole and Taz's dynamic in general. This is just GOAT era. Michael Cole and Taz Michael Cole and Taz are my favorite announced team of all time.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we dropping a bomb right now.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
They're my favorite. I know.
I'm not mad at
I
it,
know
though.
JR and Keen are the best.
But your personal
Taz
favorite.
and Michael Cole are my favorite.
That's cool. That's cool. I was going to ask about... Did they sell Taz's glasses on the merch shop?
They should
The
have.
orange ones?
But like Taz screaming puppies, like
Oh, yeah.
that shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
Again, they were having a lot of fun.
The line of the match was when,
Let's see if yours matches.
yeah,
up
I already know it is.
Let's see.
When Taz said, Michael said, "You're poking me with your pencil," and Taz says, "That's not my pencil."
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't my pencil. Right there, boom.
Yo, Taz is good.
Yeah. Shout out to Brock Lesnar.
Beast.
Yeah.
Beast.
Man.
Pulled Sable. Sable was still looking good.
Oh, word?
Yeah, that's his wife now.
You
didn't know that? Damn.
I did not
They've
know.
been married for like, what, 10 years or something?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Sable up
This is
there
news
living
to
on
me.
their ranch with him.
Shout out to
No,
Brock.
that's why Brock don't show up to work, man.
Why would he show up to work when he got that at home?
Shout out to Brock. Man.
Stole her from Mark Merrow.
Yeah.
Who's Mark Merrow?
That's Attitude Era
What?
at its finest, man.
Mark Merrow?
The boxer? Your boxer guy?
Oh,
Yeah.
that guy. All right, got it.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Marvelous Mark Merrow?
Yeah.
he took her from him. What you gonna do when Brock takes your girl? Like, what do you
Yeah.
That's
Mark
Brock.
Merrow even said, like, yo, what am I supposed to do? Go fuck up Brock?
Oh, he said that?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I respect it. I respect it. Yeah, you gotta piece it up with him, man. You gotta piece it up with Brock. You gotta hand her over to Brock.
Yeah,
Like,
Brock takes your girl, you just take that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this match was like,
Wait, what did you say?
it's like,
Oh, I was like, just like mumbled over there.
Yeah.
Shit was
Just
alright.
yeah.
No, I thought it was good. I thought it was it was
Cool.
cool. It was cool.
Y'all gonna make me this guy.
You classic?
Come on, man.
You classic?
Don't just throw that word around.
I'm not throwing it around.
You classic?
I'm not throwing around to nothing that don't need to be thrown around. Come on. It had build up, right?
Okay.
A lot of build up for a lot of people.
Man,
Quality
I
of build-up,
I
though.
wanted our rankings to have credibility.
It don't get more credible than that. So they had a storyline within the match, like, yo, they had teammate dissension, and shit like that. And I thought it was real tasteful, man. They was like, yo, we on lingerie. I mean, it started off as an evening gown match, and then we about to take it off. And I was like, okay, it's Mania, right? You feel me? In New York, Madison. So
You can't classic that though. You could say flames. I wouldn't be like. I'm not gonna say classic. I can't say classic.
I mean, what define a classic?
Classic is a match that every wrestling fan should see.
I'm showing my kids that. Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
It's WrestleMania, man.
WrestleMania, baby.
Then we get Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit backstage.
Yup.
I just
Motivational.
I try so hard, like, especially since we're watching more Benoit now. But like, he starts getting angry and I automatically go to roid rage. Like,
Look, dude, it is what it is, man. Like the man put on classics. Like the man put on classics, bro. And I understand. I understand, but it's just like he was like, we network and chill now, bro. This is what it is. Like we
yeah.
have.
No, I'm not.
We
yeah,
gotta
I'm,
talk
I
about
said
him.
his
Yeah,
name, man.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, yeah, there's still stuff. Like it seems like especially every time we see a promo segment from him, it just makes me cringe. Like.
Yeah, because he says some shit that makes you be like, damn, that ties.
Damn, it was all there.
Yeah, it was all in front of us. Yeah, it kind of. I get that.
So great promo, great backstage promo though. Eddie.
It was Eddie motivating.
Eddie,
right?
Eddie,
gassing him up.
Yeah, it just showed both characters so well, man. Especially Eddie's. It just showed Eddie to where it's like, yo, that's my boy, and I know him so well. I know it's gonna make him even more motivated and put the fire under him. So yeah, I liked it. I liked it, man.
All right. So next up, we got the Cruiserweight Open. Starts off with Ultimo Dragon versus Shannon Moore. Shout out to that little MFer.
Oh yeah, the MFer.
Then Jamie Noble jumps in the ring.
Jamie Noble.
Again, we always bring up John Cena's jorts. Jamie Noble had the sick Tommy Hilfiger jorts.
Oh shit.
Jamie Noble.
You got something for Jamie Noble out here?
No.
Oh, you just gotta throw your phone on the charger. I was like, you got some Jamie Noble stuff in this cat?
We got it.
I didn't know about.
We got Jamie Noble merch.
Funaki gets in on the
Shout out to Nydia. Nydia always been bad. Always like Nydia. Nydia, if you out there, I know you out there somewhere.
Nunzio was in the mix.
Shout out to Nunzio, man. I always like Full-Blooded Italian's theme song. Always was an underrated theme song to me. That shit is hard. You fuck with that's Italian. You fuck with it, right?
Not really. I feel it's
cool, bro. You don't want to be a stereotype. It's fine, bro. I understand.
People just fight their own culture, man. It's sad, you know.
Self-hate is real out here.
Yeah, it's like, come on. That theme song is hard. Shout out to Full-Blooded Italians.
Billy Kidman gets in on the mix.
Yeah.
Kidman was huge for a cruiserweight.
Yeah,
he was a small dude back in the day. He would be a bigger dude now.
Yeah.
Like, again, because it wasn't 205. What was it? It was 220? Yeah.
Yeah,
and
Kidman
again, I don't even think Kidman was 220, man. It was just he was shorter, so and he was athletic, so Billy Kidman's underrated, man.
I always like Billy
Kidman. This match didn't show it off, but we're gonna get to some Billy Kidman stuff eventually that just shows how dope he was, man. Rey Mysterio's in there.
Of course, he's the GOAT.
Tajiri gets in the mix.
Shout out to Tajiri.
And then the Cruiserweight Champion, Chavo Guerrero.
Shout out to Chavo.
Shout out to Chavo Sr., man.
Yeah.
Old men taking bumps always gets my respect.
Yeah.
The match was decided to me, though. Like, it was like, it's get
filler.
Everybody on the card. Like,
some filler.
The match was, because it was supposed to be Rey Mysterio versus Chavo, which, if it was just that, it would have been Flames, of course, because they put on classes together. Underrated feud between those two. However, at the last minute, they was like, nah, let's get some more motherfuckers, some paychecks, and turned into that fucking crowded
again,
bullshit.
as much as, like, after watching this, like, I don't even hate on the Andre the Giant Battle Royal anymore. Because that gets everybody in there, gets them their paycheck, but at the same time...
And it's still fun to watch.
Yeah,
it's got little moments in it and stuff.
Yeah.
But it doesn't crowd up the main card to have matches that shouldn't be done. You're not going to have, on the main card, you're not going to have the random 10-man tag match.
205 Live is not having their whole roster on Mania.
Yeah. So let's just do one-on-one. Although we might have to get, if 205 Live is going to have any type of credibility, which I don't think is concerned about, they got to have a fucking Mania match, man.
Yeah.
I think the time to do it was when it was Neville versus
Austin Aries.
Yeah,
that was
the time to do it. That was a good ass match. But hey. Or even Cedric versus Ali was a good
ass Cedric match versus Ali was a great match too. Next up, we got Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg.
Oh, shout out to Rey Mysterio, Flash.
Oh, the Flash gear was.
What's you guys' favorite Rey Mysterio comic book attire?
The only ones I've seen in the Flash, I saw. What other ones? Didn't he do a Deadpool one?
His first one was first one was in WrestleMania 19. He did Daredevil.
Daredevil was the other one.
Yeah, the Daredevil one.
That shit was clean.
I like the Daredevil.
That color was hard.
Yeah, that's the one I like.
And then the Joker one at WrestleMania 25 was sick. That was the sick one right there. So yeah, shout out to Rey Mysterio. He did Joker again at Survivor Series
Yeah,
last year.
yeah. The 25 one was cleaner.
He looked
though.
a little bit more like Doink on that one, though.
Yeah.
He looked that was like an homage to Doink.
Then we got Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. Yo, in the promo package leading up to this match, Brock's "Give Me Goldberg" promo is such an amazing promo. Everybody talks about how Brock can't talk. Him looking up at the heavens, asking Vince McMahon to give him Goldberg at Mania, was just, that is a classic promo right there. So yeah, Brock chooses not to talk.
Yeah,
it's
dope.
He can hold his own for sure.
He can, man, and he makes great moments. You know, he had a lot of great moments in his first run, like funny moments and stuff.
Yeah,
that's why I like the Brock party,
especially
shit last year.
the very end.
Yeah,
too. Like,
he was just doing the shit like the
coming to
Eddie
his
Guerrero
own.
shit when he came with the sombrero and was dancing and shit.
Brock does great shit.
Yeah, that's why I like the Brock party shit last year, because it reminded me of the original Brock Lesnar run towards the last year.
Then, dude, like, I feel like this match is a turning point in wrestling history. Yeah, it was. All the way around. Like,
how so?
First time ever. They ruled it.
The crowd learned that they really have the power to ruin a match.
What you mean?
Like, the crowd
ruined the match.
Yeah. Just totally shitted on this match before anything even happened. They already came in their mind saying this match is going to suck, and we're not even going to give it a chance.
No, they didn't even come in saying the match is going to suck. Because this was a match, the dream match everybody wanted. This was the match everybody wanted.
Why were
they didn't come in saying this match is going to suck. They came in saying both of them, fuck them both, because they're both leaving.
Oh.
So they begged for this match. They got what they wanted. This is the match everybody was begging for. And they got what they wanted. And then
they didn't like the way they got it, though.
Yeah.
And, and this was, you could tell Brock and Goldberg both didn't know how to react. Like,
yeah, and that's uncomfortable for both of them. How do you even respond to a situation like that? If you're on the Brock documentary, I think, who said it? I forgot. Somebody said it feels like when the crowd is shitting on your match and you can't even, rebound from it. It just feels like you're out there naked.
Wow. Interesting.
Again, and then though too, I feel the good thing that this gave us, it started to give us the blueprint of how to do Brock and Goldberg. They don't need to do 15 minutes of stuff in between. Just get to, because by the end of the match, man, as much as people were hating all through it, once they got to the big shit, people were loving it, and then they would remember. It's like, oh wait, no, I told myself I wasn't gonna cheer for this shit, and so they'd start booing again. And so again, you get that boo, that you get a lot now, like Roman Reigns matches, John Cena matches, to where people, they get caught up in their emotions for a minute, and then they remember, oh no, I'm a cool guy, I'm gonna boo these people, like, for no fucking reason. So again, the last 5 minutes of that match were super hot, and I think that started to plant the seeds. It was like, yo, this is all we gotta do. Fuck all this, like, we don't need to do feats of strength and all that. We don't need to do, we don't need to have a 15-minute match. We can have a 5-minute match.
Yeah, if they would have, and I feel like that match would have been good. It would have been good if they actually had a chance to perform their fucking match. I think that would have been an okay match. It's looked at as one of the worst matches in Mania history because,
it's just
how it turned out. But it's because the crowd. It's not their fault. The crowd fucked it up. You could see they would have put on a decent match. It would have been better than the newer one.
What's another big match that the crowd fucked up?
Oh man, don't get me started on 2014.
Yeah, a lot of 2014.
Everything in 2014, basically.
Why 2014?
Because everything was, they were crying about everything.
2014, 2015.
Really?
Royal Rumbles, both those years.
What?
Because 2014 was the year when Daniel Bryan was getting held back. And then, and they wanted to see him, be in the main event at Mania. And at that Royal Rumble, Batista returned, and it was leaked that Batista and Randy was the planned main event for Mania, and they didn't want that as the match. So they shitted on it. They
shit on Batista's whole run.
Yeah, and then that same night they shitted on the world title match between Randy and John Cena, and they put on a classic match together. Great match, but the crowd was just shitting on Randy and Cena, just shitting on the whole match, But Randy and Cena were evolved in their career where they were able to handle.
Yeah, by then this had started becoming more of a normal thing. Like this was brand new. Like everybody was, you could see the shock. Like on commentary you could see they were confused. Yeah, like really. It was just because
so when JR had to address it, it was like rumors are running that Brock is going to the NFL. He's leaving to go to the NFL. So Cena and Randy, they handled their shit like pros. Like Randy, he gonna play into it. He was flipping them off and and doing Randy type shit. Yeah. But they shitted on all the runs, man. Batista's run, all that shit. And then CM Punk left that on that Rumble, so everything surrounding that Rumble basically just fucked up the whole year. Huh. That's what got me start watching wrestling.
That's interesting.
And then this also was a big stepping stone in Steve Williams' professional glory hog, because this is his first really Mania where he wasn't an active competitor, but it still had to be about Steve Williams.
Yeah, he retired the year before.
Yeah, and he really got his shit in. No reason for him to give the stunner to Goldberg after the match.
Right?
Like, Brock maybe. Even then, But, Steve Williams must pose.
Yeah. He must drink.
So, this match is alright to me. Like, and it could have been more. Again, we saw in later years that it is more.
Yeah. They definitely put on classics later on. Their last two matches were classic. It's weird to categorize this because, of course, the match wasn't, it was just whatever.
But it was a big moment.
But, it's looked at as, I don't want to throw the classic word, but it's looked at as it's such a big moment.
Yeah.
But I don't know it's like an infamous type of classic.
It's classic on paper.
Like or not even that. Brock it's just classic on paper. Yeah. Like, but then even the moment gets talked about so big. It's one of the biggest moments in WrestleMania history.
All the stuff on this card, that gets brought up just as much, if not more, than some of the classic stuff.
For everything bad about it. So I don't know what you consider like. It's one of those infamous classic.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm not mad at that. And Vince McMahon comes out. Thanks to Garden, thanks to WWE Universe, tells us it's all going to begin again.
And he didn't lie.
Yeah, so, babyface Vince is, especially like this is weird, like still braggadocious Vince, like not old school babyface Vince. So, yeah. Next up, World's Greatest Tag Team versus APA versus the Basham Brothers versus Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty for the Tag Team Championships. Again, getting to everybody on this card.
Yeah.
World's Greatest Tag Team is one of the best tag team names of all time.
Yeah. It's my favorite tag team name of all time.
Yeah, like, that's great.
You can't beat it.
They're the world's greatest.
They were, and at the time, they were the world's greatest tag team.
Yeah.
They were.
The crowd just seemed out of it at this point. Like these dudes were trying, and this is the opposite end. These dudes are trying, and the crowd's giving them nothing. Yeah. And it's like, okay, well,
you used all your energy to match you wanted to shit on, and then bam.
Shelton Benjamin sold the hell out of Rikishi's butt bump. Just flying across the ring.
Yeah, that shit was tight.
Again, it's so great seeing like this era Shelton Benjamin, because I mean, the dude can always go, but just the extra bit of pep in his step, and a young man,
youthfulness. I liked it, man. It was.
Did Farouk even get in this match? I don't remember.
What you mean?
Did Farouk actually wrestle in the match? Did he tag in?
I think so.
Yeah, there was a lot of JBL or Bradshaw.
Wait, JBL had short hair in this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he already had short hair. Yeah.
But it was.
It wasn't the total cut, but
yeah. It was still Bradshaw.
It was cut.
Yeah. I was like, at the end of the match, I was like, did Farouk even get in? I don't remember anything Farouk.
The match was just there. It was there. It had a good feeling ending with the with Too Cool getting it, but it it felt sad without Grandmaster Sexay right there.
Yeah.
But, so,
Yeah, this match was just alright to me. Again, it was
That's
the
alright.
get everybody on the card match. There was again, dude, the same setup. Raw and SmackDown's
Yeah, it
tag
was-
teams had the exact same setup.
and then it was
It's
the,
like-
the least better one out of the both of them too. So
I concur.
Again, during the middle of WrestleMania, Edge returning vignette. Like, Edge was always huge, man. Like, I think, and it seemed like his main event run came out of nowhere, but no, it was always there. Watching all these older things, Edge was.
it felt like it came out of nowhere to you.
Again, I had just started watching again.
Oh,
Edge
see,
brought
that-
me back in.
Okay, see, yeah, for me, I was watching consistently during this time, so I'll
It was
say,
just tuning back in, and it's like, oh, Edge
yeah.
is the dude.
See, for you tuning back in, yeah, but for me watching it, it was kind of like about time because
Yeah,
Edge was the guy for a long time, and you could tell, going back to WrestleMania 18 as his first solo Mania, he was. You could tell, 2002, there's, he was
Yeah, it
supposed
was
to be
probably
the
just
guy.
the injuries.
Because
Yeah.
he missed 2 Manias.
yeah.
Back to back. He missed Mania 19 and 20. So he missed 2 Manias back to back. So you could tell he was supposed to be in the main event, but time happens when it's supposed to happen, and it happened at the right time. So, yeah, Edge came back, man. But he came back here, and then, he got shitted on. The fans shitted on him
Yeah.
after the first few months, and then it turned him heel. And that's when it took off.
Then we got Jesse the Body Ventura coming out to cut a
Yeah.
promo. And
Donald Trump.
and a Donald Trump interview. Which is just, again, man, fuck the Simpsons. WWE predicts the future like no other.
Yeah.
Bro.
Um,
Bro.
again, for some reason, I thought like that Donald said something about running for president someday, but it was just on commentary. Keen saying like he should be Jesse Ventura's vice president.
Yeah.
I could have sworn though he had said something about.
Probably on another appearance.
Yeah,
he did,
yeah. I could have sworn it was this one, but it's just so weird seeing Donald Trump in this space, and
Who'd have thought right there that would
like
he was actually
like
gonna
Jesse
be the president?
Ventura possibly being president didn't
He's
seem
more
as far
realistic,
fetched.
yeah.
Like he was
Yeah.
an actual
Minnesota,
politician.
yeah.
Yeah, like again though too. Yeah, I think that's the whole reason Jesse Ventura got in the Hall of Fame was to plug his presidential run. So
It's funny though, because it's like now Jesse's like really like not a fan of Trump.
yeah, it's just time changes everything,
Yeah,
man.
it's wild.
Next up, we got Molly Holly versus Victoria for the women's championship. Again, Molly Holly really did everything. Like, she went and put herself out on a limb to get on Mania, man. You got to respect it.
Oh, the head shaving.
Yeah. Does
It wasn't gonna be on the card.
It
When
Yeah.
was.
Molly found out there wasn't even a women's match on the card, she's like, "You guys
She
can't
said I
have."
shaved my head.
Yeah, she was like, "You guys can't have a WrestleMania without a women's match." She was sticking up for women's rights.
Well, there was
Back
a women's
then.
match though.
yeah.
What?
It
They're
was
not
a-
women?
I mean,
That wasn't a match?
it was, but maybe that wasn't on
Like
the
actual like wrestling.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what the plans were at the time when she went out on
Yeah.
her limb. You
All
know,
right.
so
I got you.
so she was like, "Yo, I'll get my head shaved
Wow.
to get that on
Hey,
there."
you gotta respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry the King Lawler hates actual women's wrestling.
What? What you mean? How you know?
Because,
You don't
like,
respect
he
it.
wants to make everything
Inappropriate.
About
sexualized,
About
and
puppies.
when it's not sexualized, like when they're trying to have a good match, you know, he just starts hating on the shit. Like, this
Yeah.
isn't what I'm here for.
has he confirmed this?
His words have confirmed
Yeah,
it.
it's pretty blatant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, Jim Ross on commentary, like he kept because Jerry kept trying to pull him in this panties
Yeah.
conversation, and JR was like, "I'm trying to talk about power slams, and you want to talk about panties."
Yeah.
You know, like Jim Ross was trying, and then after a while, it's like your bad friend Jim Ross finally started giving in and started talking about panties with Jerry instead of talking about the match. But yeah, man, it's just Jerry Lawler hates actual women's wrestling. Shout out to Backslides. One of my favorite moves that don't get used anymore.
Yeah, it's gone now.
I love backslides. Again, this kid on the trampoline.
Backslides and back shots.
And again, man, this match is really about the post-match shenanigans.
Yeah.
Again, Molly Holly gave up her hair to get on WrestleMania, man.
The sacrifice.
Women's
History Month, by the way.
I mean, so did Vince.
But he would have been on Mania. I think Vince could have slid on the Mania card if he needed to. You know what? For some reason, I wrote cool on it. This match was flames, man. Shout out to them.
You put it as flames?
Yeah.
I'll put cool.
Yeah. Again, because the post match counts too. That brought it up.
I'll put flames. I'll put a flame.
Next up, we got Kurt Angle versus Eddie Guerrero for the WWE Championship.
I like this match.
Again, we get different entrances, like Kurt Angle, while Molly Holly's still getting her head shaved.
Yeah.
And again, there's a version of Kurt Angle that would have really played into that, but this was not the Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
There's a Kurt Angle who would have made that an even bigger moment.
Yeah.
He would have joined in on the shaving.
Yeah, but and then Eddie coming out with the
Came on the truck, right?
Yeah, the truck.
And there's a callback because Kurt had just 2 years before got his head shaved in the same manner by Edge. So it was a callback. You know.
I believe that truck was a Denali truck.
Yeah, it looked like a Denali.
Early 2000 Denali truck.
Yeah, those were hot in the streets.
Or a converted Cadillac Escalade to a truck, whatever.
Yeah, it was converted Cadillac.
Oh, that was a converted Cadillac because the Denali.
Because that's what they called it on commentary, and then I saw the logo, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Okay. They're both.
Those were
they're still both GM.
That year was nice though. People hate on that because the year after the Escalade after the 2001, I think, was the one where it was like Cadillac grills. You know, that was the one. You know, but yeah, that truck was sick.
Kurt Angle was letting the chest hair go at this time.
Yeah, he was.
You didn't see Kurt Angle with chest hair a lot, but he had the little taco meat going.
Where?
Yeah, it was just again, as a hairy Italian, I appreciate when people let the chest hair go. Like when Shawn had the chest hair.
Oh, Shawn rocked it great. Yeah. He rocked it the best.
Some goat chest hair right there.
Yeah.
I smell a list coming up.
3D's favorite.
Scott Hall, man.
Yeah,
Scott Hall's.
That's number one.
Man. The gold chains resting
on
there. Oh, man.
Uzi Machine.
Albert.
Oh, no. Albert.
Yeah. That's a different.
Damn, Cash had a microphone this whole time.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
I thought he didn't mic himself up.
Nah, he just
out there chilling, man. I got it. Man, Eddie was super over, man. The crowd loved them some Eddie Guerrero, as they should. Again, just Eddie was that dude, man. I think people were really starting to realize it, like.
Yeah, and this was.
He had the strap at the time.
Yeah, he just won it. He just beat Brock the month prior, so he's new in the main event scene.
Yeah,
and it didn't feel like he was new. It just felt like he'd been there. Like this is here.
Yeah, it wasn't like weird for him.
Yeah, it didn't feel off or anything. It reminds me of the way it felt for Kofi. For me, Kofi when he won the strap, it was just like, yo, he belongs right here to me.
Yeah,
but was it as a long time coming as Kofi?
Oh, not as long.
I mean, maybe, yeah.
It was still long, though.
I mean, in WWE, but if you do the years of WCW, ECW,
yeah, like
Mexico.
95, 96 to
But then he started in 89, though.
But, I mean, again, the Eddie Guerrero we know. Like, that would be like counting Kofi Kingston.
What y'all think Eddie could have been in?
Wrestling on the Indies.
Okay, so let's see. So, 95 to 04, that's 10.
That's 9 years.
That's 9 years. So, around the same time, yeah.
What y'all think Eddie could have been right now? What would he be doing right now? In the E, would he be out chilling?
I think he'll probably do some backstage stuff. Probably.
Yeah, Eddie, or he would have been GM eventually. GM by this point he'd be done, but
maybe. I
mean, maybe every once in a while.
Saudi bring him out. Eddie and Saudi. Oh
Eddie and
Andrade.
Come on, bro. Oh.
Eddie versus Garza.
Garza.
Oh man.
And Kurt Angle working the midsection in this match was just. I just love wrestlers working a body part. Whenever you work a body part, you got me. Like, tell that story.
Yeah.
And Yo, the Latino Heat fire up. Like, I don't think enough wrestlers do a fire up. Like, like where he gets hit and he starts, doing the shaking and again, like, I mean, Hogan has the most iconic one.
Hulking up.
Yeah,
but
Hulking
Eddie's
up.
is underrated.
But Eddie's is super underrated.
Shawn's is great too. Shawn, he gets all crackheadish and shit.
Daniel Bryan takes over the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it's just like, no, like, this is giving, you punching me in the face is giving me strength. And then Eddie would do the little Latino Heat shoulder shiver. Yeah, man.
Shit's great, man. Eddie was a main event star, man.
Yeah.
He
had all the tools, man. Yeah. Like, he was already
finally
there.
Got his chance. And Brock put him over like Brock does. Brock doesn't get enough credit. But Brock, we going to make a list of some careers that Brock has made better. Dude. Yeah.
Eddie's drop kick is just a thing of beauty, man. Like, it's art. The angle slam, turning it into a tornado DDT again, smooth. We talking smooth. That was smooth as hell.
Oh, Angle got to be on that smooth list too.
Yeah.
Oh man, Angle.
Nick Patrick sold the hell out of the false finish, and again, a ref can add so much to a match. And especially too, false finishes weren't as prevalent. Mm-hmm. He made you feel that shit.
I think this is the I have this as has to be in my top 3 favorite match endings of all time.
I don't like the match ending. I know I'm like the only person that doesn't.
Wait, hold up. What was the ending?
Where Eddie loosens up his boot so he can get out of the.
Oh yeah.
So he can get out of the ankle lock.
Yeah. I watched this shit like 2 weeks ago. So.
Yeah. It doesn't do it for me, man.
Why though? That's classic Eddie shit.
I know it's classic Eddie shit, but
how would you have wanted to end? What better way could have ended? You want a more definitive?
No, I don't know. There's something about. Like Kurt Angle, like trying to, like it feels like he's trying to rip off the boot. It doesn't feel natural to me. Like I don't know.
You think they could have rehearsed it better or what?
I've never liked the match ending.
That's weird. But you are aware you're the only one.
Yeah, I know I'm the only one.
Yeah,
it doesn't do it for me, and I'm like, and I sit there and I've watched this match multiple times. And again, because I feel like I'm always the weird one because everybody else loves the match ending. And it takes me out of the moment for some reason. I don't know why. I can't fully explain it. It takes me out of the moment.
That's crazy. This is top 3 matches. It's right next to HBK Ric Flair. I'm sorry, I love you. Taker, HBK, the career ending one. Yeah, like it's up with those two to me.
Yeah, I know I'm the weird
Hulk
one.
slamming Andre.
Because I know I'm the only one that hates it.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just
that's a flame match, and that match, man.
I mean, again, too.
It was so creative, man. It was just we never seen no shit like that before. And Eddie had a win in an Eddie way. Come on.
Yeah, and dude, this match is a technical masterpiece, man. It's flames. I know I'm the weirdo.
Wait,
but
that's your ranking?
Yeah, flames. Yeah.
So you're not gonna classic it because of the ending?
I don't. It has flames to me, man.
Wow. I'll put classic.
I'm mad at you.
But I got a huge Eddie bias too, though. So,
yeah.
But still, I still say classic.
I don't know. We continue without everybody saying this shit is classic.
Next up, that's how it
Man, that's
Flames ain't
crazy.
bad. Flames ain't
Nah, it's bad for that. That shit is a classic, yo. That's a motherfucking classic. Eddie Guerrero, Kurt Angle, WrestleMania 20 WWE Championship match.
Yeah.
Viva La Raza. The 3 eyes. What? Lie, cheat, and steal versus the 3 eyes. Intelligence, integrity, and you got lie, cheating, and stealing versus integrity, intelligence, and I don't even know what's the other 3 eyes.
Intelligence, integrity, and
intelligence.
Intensity.
Oh, intensity.
Yeah.
I said intelligence twice. Who's intelligent?
Yeah, twice as smart.
But yeah, come on,
I feel
man.
like Coldface gonna find me in the parking lot afterwards.
Hey, this is a classic. Oh man, love the match ending.
Next up, Kane versus The Undertaker. Again, Kane's mic skills never get talked about. Kane's funeral promo for after he buried The Undertaker.
That shit was epic.
Is an all-time classic promo. This hype video for the match is one of the best hype videos, and WWE does amazing hype videos. But this one I feel like this is when, again, they were stepping up another level too with their hype videos. This is just amazing. Kane's entrance was dope as hell.
City was on fire.
Yeah. And then not only do we get the return of the dead man, but we get Paul Bearer ushering in the return of the dead man.
How it should be.
And Josh likes to hate on Mask Off Kane, but like the character work that, like, again, him, you know,
it's just not my thing.
Not believing Taker was there, you know, Mask on Kane couldn't do that, man.
Yeah.
Yes, he can. Dude.
No, he couldn't have been scared of the Undertaker popping back up.
Yes, he could.
No, he couldn't have. You can't picture Mask Kane scared of anything.
What? Yes, you can.
No, you can't. How would big ass Mask Kane look scared of Taker?
He could do it.
He couldn't show the facial.
Yeah, there's no
you
facial.
Don't need to. There's different ways without doing it.
Yeah,
body language,
but still,
man. Body language.
But it was a different Kane character to where that character.
It would have been a turning point, bro. It would have been.
His career would have been over. The mask saved his career because it gave him a new life. The Mask Kane was stale. It got stale. You needed the mask off.
Man, I can't. We gotta. Hopefully, unmasking episode of Raw comes up. Hopefully, it's not a Josh pick that week, so we can actually watch it.
Yeah, Kane needed to take off the mask, and then he went on a tear after that. Electrocuted motherfucking Shane McMahon's balls.
You know what? I've never seen the full
Unmasking.
Everything around it.
You have to see the tear.
I probably would pick that.
He put fucking.
I'll pick it if it's my week.
Jumper cables on Shane McMahon's balls and electrocuted him while he's hanging from the turnbuckle post.
Damn.
Tombstone Linda McMahon, set JR on fire, chokeslam Eric Bischoff off the stage.
On the same night?
That would be a busy night.
Like the same month. All in the same month.
The last ride counter in this match was smooth as hell.
That's still one of my favorite moves in the E period.
Man, the crowd wanted them a tombstone. They were chanting for it. Yeah. They were ready for it.
They wanted the old feel of tombstone.
They want that old thing back.
Yeah.
Anybody else got any thoughts on this match besides that?
I want to say the actual match.
Cool.
The actual match was super disappointing.
Yeah, especially with all the matches they've had.
Yeah.
It wasn't about the match.
It wasn't about the match, so, I'll speak on that. But it was, because the WrestleMania 14 match, flames, like, classic actual match,
Yeah.
And so, when the build was just so crazy, I'm getting there thinking, oh, shit, they about to go in. Yeah. But really, it was just a squash match.
It was almost squash. Yeah, King got a little bit in, but not much. For Mania, it was a squash match. Yeah, it wasn't. Again, if all you do is put on the match, you don't watch the promo video or anything, it's lower on Taker's Mania matches and his matches with Kane.
Yeah,
like, they've had multiple classics in different eras, to where this was just a storyline thing to get Taker back to being.
How many Manias Taker lost? 2, right?
2 now, yeah.
That Roman beatdown.
Making Coldface sad for nothing.
I feel like Taker needs to lose this year too, but that's a different.
If we get Mania. Yeah. This match was cool to me. Again,
See, this is another one. This is what I said about Big Show Cena. I think you have to say classic when it's the moment.
See, in hindsight, you could call
not even in hindsight, just right there that night. It has to be classic because it was the moment. It wasn't even the match was secondary to the moment. The build up was great. Taker, he's the king of putting on the classic build-up without having to be there. So, the build-up was great. I remember watching it just being so excited that we're getting the dead man Taker back. Like, I'm a fan of Biker Taker, you know. However, I always wanted dead man Taker back, though. So, when he first got buried alive, I watched the Survivor Series when he faced Vince and Kane helped him bury him alive. At that point, as a young boy, I was like 6, 7. At that point, I knew, damn, I think they're setting it up now. So, I'm excited for it. I'm just waiting for the first sign. And then once he showed the first sign at that Rumble, and then on the Raws, he was just teasing it with the lights going out and shit. And Kane's like, no, Kane just sold it so well. No, it can't be. I killed him, you know. Build up, 5-star build up. The moment, the Paul Bearer shit, the entrances, you know, just the moment, you got to call it a classic.
Not mad at you. Yeah. Next up, we got the main event. Shawn Michaels versus Chris Benoit versus Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship.
That was a good match.
I
liked it.
And again, you know, the Shawn Trips feud was crazy strong at this time. Again, the Royal Rumble winners feeling like the third wheel. It's Shawn Michaels in Triple H.
And that was part of the storyline that, you know, that it's like, yo, people count you out, Chris. We not, you know, we count you out. It's Triple H and Shawn Michaels in there. We count you out. Like, it's
damn, so that really added to it.
Yeah, that was part of the storyline. So that's why Eddie, like Eddie shit
on
played
paper,
into it.
it's like, you know, it's like Shawn and Triple H have already main evented Manias. They've already been world champions.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But did everybody kind of know that this was Chris Benoit's night? This was
it was building to that.
Yeah,
okay.
Everybody knew it was Chris Benoit's night.
But
however,
still
Triple H,
there's those seeds of doubt because this is Triple H's reign, one of his many reigns of terror.
Exactly.
Yeah?
So
like, where he was just winning everything.
Yeah. So at one point, it's like, damn.
That's why he's my favorite wrestler, man.
Yeah, I just love it, man. I just love it, man. He just crushes people's dreams. It was just so fun to see sometimes, man. Yeah. So Triple H, it was always that doubt because it's you can never fully bet against Triple H in this era. You can never fully.
Damn, he like a wild card.
Yeah, because there's always a chance
like
Triple H.
Wild card,
Because it's the same thing with WrestleMania 2000. Everybody was like, "Oh, this is for sure The Rock's crowning moment." Like Austin's out. Great. The Rock is the number one face in the company. This is for sure Rock's crowning moment. Yeah. Especially WrestleMania main event before this.
So like Kofi Mania, if Triple H was in that match, we would be like, fuck, I don't know, y'all.
I wouldn't have believed Kofi, even after Kofi won. I'm like, Triple H is going to do something. He's going to bring in another referee.
Yeah. Randy Orton's about to cash in the Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So, because before WrestleMania 2000, historically, WrestleMania ended with the babyface, celebration, winning, holding up the title. Mm-hmm. So we all knew, this is The Rock's moment, right? Crowning moment. So when The Rock got screwed and then it was like, oh shit, Triple H won, it was like, damn, we're ending WrestleMania with a heel winning. Triple H is the first heel to win WrestleMania main event, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's history. And it took 16.
Wait, what WrestleMania was
16.
That? 16.
So it took 16 years. Triple H is the first time you went off air with a heel winner.
Yeah, and I mean, because you had a couple babyface versus babyface matches. But...
Oh, man.
But WrestleMania, historically, it was like, all right, we're sending the fans home happy. Yeah. Throughout the match, Rock beat his ass, but still, Triple H won the match. So, there was some doubt that Triple H still could beat Triple H and win. And then Shawn Michaels is always Shawn Michaels. Yeah. So, but I think the feeling is like, Chris Wall should win this match. That was the feeling. And I was, from my point of view, as a kid, Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler. I'm thinking, I'm on match prediction shit, and I was right. On WrestleMania 20, 2 years before WrestleMania 20, I remember playing with my wrestling toys as a 6-year-old in 2002.
Plotting this shit out.
Plotting WrestleMania 20. My match predictions, my main event for WrestleMania was Triple H versus Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
So I was close.
Yo, that's how I would get hyped for the Manias and stuff like that.
Yeah, you were planning out 2 years before. Because WrestleMania 20 was just such a big number to me. So
Shawn wasn't even around at WrestleMania 8.
Yeah, exactly. This is before Shawn. I'm Come on, man. I'm a prophet. This is before Shawn came back in the ring, right? You know, this is before. So I was a prophet. Shawn Triple H was my main event. I had The Rock versus Booker T as one of my other main events one of the other world titles. And then I had Undertaker versus Kane. 2 years before, I had Undertaker versus Kane. So I planned this shit out, right? So, you know, that's just say I'm a prophet. So, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. I'm going for Shawn Michaels. I'm like, yo, I've been waiting to see Shawn Michaels beat Triple H at WrestleMania 20 for 2 years now. I just knew that was going to be the match. So, when Chris Benoit brings his ass in the main event, I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of my fucking...
Get out of my dream match.
Get out of my dream match. Why are you ruining my shit right now, Chris? So I was hating on Chris Benoit big heavy around this time. And I was mad, like, damn, he won the Rumble. He's facing Triple H. So when Shawn came in and bullied his way in the match, because the build-up, Shawn was like, nah, B, I'm about to be in this match.
I'm Shawn motherfucking
I'm
Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
That was his reasoning for being in the match.
His reason was, I'm Shawn Michaels. I got to finish this shit with Triple H. So when Chris Benoit was supposed to do the contract signing, Shawn Michaels just kicked him and he signed the contract. So that's how Shawn got on. He bullied his way in the match. So I was like, oh yeah, Shawn's in this shit. So there was always a glimmer of hope that Shawn Michaels was going to win the match.
Yeah.
So I was, you know, it was a happy moment for, universally, it was a happy moment for everyone because Chris Benoit won. I was salty. Damn. I would have rather Triple H won than Chris Benoit.
Triple H's gear during this time.
The white boots.
The white boots. Man, that man has done a lot of right and very few wrongs. The white boots, though, man, that was not the look for him.
Oh, you didn't like that?
No.
Oh, I like that.
No.
Oh, I like the white boots. I thought he should have did it more.
I don't know. Triple H can do no wrong in my eyes. Really.
Yeah. Just...
Except for that, when he does the bare face with the long sideburns.
Oh, yeah.
And then the fucking mustache.
I was looking at a sideburn right now, and I was like, oh, yeah. Where it was just sideburn straight to mustache?
No, both of them. First, the one when it's
chops.
just bare face.
Yeah.
When he's just clean face. It was 02 era.
Yeah.
And 03 he did it too. It was
he
just
was
straight
doing a lot.
sideburns.
He was making a lot of weird facial hair choices.
I didn't like it, man. The long sideburns with the bare face, and another one that was trash.
Hey, man.
Was the mustache. That was trash,
How
too.
did y'all feel about The Rock's goatee in this WrestleMania?
I loved it, man.
Yeah?
I liked it.
And
It was fresh.
fading
And it was
stuff,
new, too. That was his first time.
Yeah.
Having
No,
it.
I thought The Rock was
Yeah, it was
clean.
fresh.
Because I had that in my notes as a question mark. I was like, Rock goatee?
Yeah, because
it worked for him, man. He was looking good.
Yeah. Rock, do no wrong.
Shawn Michaels moonsault, man. Again, is a guy who had to miss 4 years because of a back injury and then just comes back and just the most picture-perfect moonsault.
Shawn was supposed to, you know, WrestleMania 19 he was thinking, oh, this might be my only Mania back, and then he did another Mania, and then another one.
Another one.
Yeah. And then, you know, he was like, oh, I'm in the main event again, you know.
The Tree of Woe spot in this match is nasty, and just super creative way to do it.
The storytelling of Triple H and Shawn Michaels being enemies, but then they just gave each other a look.
Yeah, it was just that little. Every once in a while, it's like, you know, it's when you go fuck your ex real quick, and then remember why you hated him.
Yeah, it's like, you know, then they teamed up to drop Benoit through the announce table, and then it's like, yo, it's just me and you now. Let's go.
Shawn getting busted open, man. Again, like, this was...
He's my favorite bleeder.
Yeah, he's a great bleeder, man. And this was a nasty...
Damn. I didn't even... That's not even shit I think about.
Yeah.
Favorite bleeders?
Yeah, that's not even something I think about.
Yeah, we might watch a little too much. Yeah, because that's the same thing, too. Yeah. And then
yo, that guy
I'm
really
sitting
knows
there...
how to
Again,
because some people know how to bleed.
I saw it on the replay where he did the blade job. He did the blade job right before he was going to get... where he gets... What's the name? Catapulted into, like, you see him, he's on the ground. He does it real quick, and by the time because it looked clean, it looked like he actually got busted open on the ring post. Yeah. And, though, he's a great bleeder, man.
Him and
again,
H.
And again, too, I think with his hair and stuff, it just adds, like, and this was a match to where it's, again, because there was a time to where there was blood in every match, and it didn't mean anything. I do think they should do it every once in a while now. I understand.
I mean, they do, but not.
But no,
I think they do it the perfect amount right now. Because when it happens, it's like, oh shit.
But I feel like most of the time it's like they gotta really bust each other open. There's hardly any more blade jobs anymore.
Oh, yeah, they do be really fucking each
Yeah,
other up.
yeah.
Especially
It's
Brock
like
fucking somebody else.
yeah.
That Randy shit was gross, bro. Randy
But yeah, it
was
was a perfect. Again, blood is a storytelling thing. Great, man. I loved it. Again, another great storytelling thing when Triple H stopped Shawn Michaels from tapping out, grabbed his hand so he couldn't tap out.
Yeah.
Again, it's a fun thing in sometimes triple threats can be a little messy. This one, the way everything wove in together, and
I'm not the biggest fan of triple threats when it's like a big stage like this, and for a world title or any title at WrestleMania. I'm not a fan of it. It's just like, yo, I like WrestleMania to be one-on-one. But this one was an example that,
and
they did it perfectly.
Yeah, you talked about the double suplex on the announce table when they just gleam in the eye, like. Yeah. It might be a top 5 Sweet Chin music of all time. Benoit has Triple H in the sharpshooter, and then just totally out of frame, Shawn comes out of nowhere.
Boom.
Yeah, and just super clean. The angle he hit it at, everything was perfect about that. And then, again, we've talked about before how, we didn't like the WWE Network editing some stuff out. Thankfully, they edited the celebration at the end.
What do you mean?
You just get the Benoit Eddie celebration.
What was before?
The wife and kid come into
Oh.
Yeah.
No. Oh.
Yeah, that's edited out.
Yeah, good job, WWE.
Yeah, that one you have to.
Yeah, I'm not.
Because that was actually, to be honest, that was one of the first things that I ended up watching on the network. Was like, what are they going to do about this? Like, again, because it was already, Chris Benoit is not a searchable name on the network. But it's like, that was the end, because you got the Eddie moment at the end.
Yeah.
And then his family came in, and that's how WrestleMania ended. Yeah.
Dark.
So, yeah. And, they made the right call on that one, like, because it still feels like a Mania. So you still get the Mania celebration part. But you don't get that.
That's a shame, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Match is still classic, though, man. Like,
yeah.
Like, sure. I can...
Classic.
Yeah.
Show.
Classic. So, overall, man, what do you rank this WrestleMania?
I give it a
classic.
I give it a classic. You got 3 classics on there, right?
No, you got...
Well, all right, hold up.
Got half the card as a classic.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing that wasn't classic, that it was tag matches. I think those only ones I didn't rank as classics.
I mean, if you average it out, we'll be at.
Yeah, I had it as slapper just because if this was a 3.5 hour Mania, classic. But the tag matches, both the tag matches, the Cruiserweight Open,
it had some filler.
It had too much fill. It had too much stuff on there too for me to.
Oh yeah, so slapper. I would say slap. Well, no, still.
But you had this slappers above Flames.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Right. Slapper then.
Yeah.
But
you had a lot of classic. You had stuff that I thought the Playboy evening gown match was you thought it was classic.
But this is why it's weird, right? Because.
But then the feeling.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird because there's so much classic on this show. Like, even without the stuff y'all don't think is classic, there's still a lot of classic shit on the show.
Yeah. I have classics all over here.
But it's not... I don't even think it's in my top...
A lot of people have it in their top 5 Manias.
I don't. Some people call it the greatest Mania of all time.
Yeah.
I don't even... It's definitely not my top 5.
It's a top 10 Mania.
I don't even know if it's in my top 10.
I think it's like a... I gotta pull up my rankings. I had them all a couple years ago. Because, there was a year that I watched every Mania in a row. Yeah. I went from January to April and watched every Mania. Cam Archer said he used to... I don't think Cam Archer does it every year anymore. He used to say... He was the one who inspired me. He was like... He would do it every year before Mania.
Oof.
Yeah.
I don't have
That's
that.
too much.
I don't have that.
Yeah, I don't have that time. That year, like, I was on a weird work schedule and stuff. It actually worked out to where I was like... Yeah, I had a lot of free time. I wasn't doing any fucking then, so I was able to watch wrestling.
God bless you.
Priority.
Fucking takes up some priorities.
Right? Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it might be top. 8.
Yeah, I think I have it in like the 8 to 10 range.
Top.
But I remember people like because I was putting my rankings on Twitter as I was going, and people were like, "You have WrestleMania 20 ranked that low?" It's like to be a top 10 Mania.
That's big, you know, because I have a lot of Manias over. I have 17. I have 19, 21, 20, 24 definitely. That's top 1. Then you got...
I got 31. I don't know where you put... But yeah, anyways. Yeah. Well, but yeah. So next week is a cash-only pick. Cash.
That's right. That's right.
Cash went with WrestleMania 18.
Yeah.
We got Triple H versus Chris Jericho. Got Hulk Hogan versus The Rock.
Classic.
We got RVD versus William Regal.
Classic.
Kurt Angle versus Kane.
Classic.
Undertaker versus Ric Flair.
Classic. Classic.
Yeah. So next week, WrestleMania 18 on Network and Chill. Tell a friend to tell a friend that it's them again.
We out.